We now see that f of x equal to 0 in any of these given three intervals, that is in the interval 0 comma 1, and in the interval 2 comma 5, and in the interval 2 comma 3. So for that we are going to replace this intermediate value theorem, which states that if m is a value which lies between f of e and f of b, then there is exist at least a c such that f of c equal to m. So otherwise, what we can see that since we are going to look out for f of x equal to 0 in any one of the interval, we choose the values of the function at the end points and determine them that one of them is positive and one of them is negative. Only if one of them is positive or one of them is negative, then we can easily say that 0 lies between those two positive and between the positive and negative values. So let's see how to find this one. All that we have to do is we have to determine the function values and the endpoints and determine if one of them is positive or one of them is negative. So I'm going to take this first interval. In the first interval, the one of the endpoint is 0, so I have to find f of 0. We can utilize this table values. F of 0 equals negative 9 from the table, and I find f of 1, that is the next interval. F of 1 is negative 6. Now we have to determine the sign of this. This is negative and this is also negative. So if both values are negative, then definitely 0 does not lie between those two negative values. So we see that f of x is not 0 in this interval, which means we can mark F for this first question. Now let's do the similar thing for the second question, that is for the second interval 2 comma 5. So we have to evaluate the function at the endpoints. So this is f of 2, and this equals f of 2 is negative 9 from the table, and we also find the function value at the other endpoint, that is f of 5, and f of 5 is negative 8. Clearly even these two values are only negative, and there is we don't see any sign change, that is one of them is positive and one of them is not negative. So we say that 0 doesn't lies between these two values. So once again, in this interval the function does not have a 0, so we see that this is also false. Now let's find out for the third interval, that is in the interval 2 comma 3. So once again I'm going to find f of t, I'm sorry, f of 2. F of 2 is 9, negative 9, and f of 3 we can find from the table. F of 3 is negative 8. So once again these two are negative, that is negative 9 and negative 8. So definitely 0 does not lie between negative 9 and negative 8. So we can see that f of x is not 0 in the interval 2 comma 3. So therefore we mark f for this interval as well.